All right, well, let's stay in the States. Vice President Kamala Harris has chosen Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her running mate in the upcoming presidential election. This, according to the Associated Press. The decision hasn't been confirmed yet by Harris's camp, but Walz was among 3 people on the short list who all met with Harris on Sunday in D.C. The 60-year-old is a former U.S. Army National Guard member and former teacher. Harris is expected to formally introduce him as her pick at the event in Philadelphia tonight. Now, joining us live with more on the insight of this vice presidential pick is John Mysick, politics editor at masslive.com. So what do you take from this? I think, unfortunately, in this day and age, people are looking at all 3 candidates, old, white men. What was the reasoning behind this? Because it doesn't matter who she picked, it's going to be an old white guy.
Yeah, I mean, and that was really what it was there. As Harris, as the first potentially black woman or South Asian woman to become elected United States president, really was looking, I think, for a running mate that balanced that out, that looked like the rest of the electorate. Insofar as Americans of color could look to the top of the ticket and see someone who looked like them, Americans could, across the rest of the country, could look at the number 2 guy and see somebody who looks like them. Tim Walz, as you said, is a former history teacher. He's a former high school football coach, sort of a very affable guy, by all accounts, a speaking style fueled by, according to one account, by epic amounts of Diet Mountain Dew. Certainly something that will resonate. He also brings to the table a pretty solid record of legislative achievement. Across 2 terms, he has signed bills on paid family medical leave, recreational marijuana, universal free lunches for school kids, real meat and potatoes legislative stuff. More importantly, and insofar as people don't really vote for vice president when they're choosing the presidential candidate, it is also important for the person at the top of the ticket to have someone with whom she melds personally. Walz has kind of embraced the happy warrior style that we've seen emerge from the Harris campaign. He went viral for calling former President Trump weird. It's sort of a piece with Harris and her Kamala as brat and coconut tree memes that we've seen sort of all over the place over the last few weeks.
And so what could the Trump camp be thinking? Obviously, like you said, no one's voting for the VP here, but obviously J.D. Vance getting a lot of heat just for being who he is and what he has said in the last couple of public appearances that he's made thus far. What could the Republicans be saying with this new appointment, which is yet to be official yet?
Right. I mean, we'll know officially later this afternoon at a stop in Philadelphia, the backyard of Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, who is one of the people who was in the running. I think we might see echoed a line of attack that's come from Minnesota Republicans that Walz is too liberal, too far out of the mainstream. And certainly, I think, J.D. Vance, who's embraced the sort of conservative populist nationalist style, could go after him there. It might be a little tougher for Trump to bestow a nickname, but he has proven resourceful to that end. So I guess we'll have to see what he comes up with.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate your insight on this. We'll be in touch, no doubt. John Mysick, politics editor at masslive.com. Thank you.